Hello, my dear. Let's today continue speaking about translation for you and your Ukraine date. So, your Ukraine date, and the translator. A couple days ago, I published a video about possible problems you may face meeting with your online dating site Ukrainian girl with the translator from your agency. Let's talk about alternative translation today. Why do we even talk about it? Translation is very important if your date doesn't know English. It may seem a good idea to have someone in your town you can stay in touch with before you come. Many men think like this, and since majority eventually may not be happy, let's see why. Why you may seek alternative translation rather than hiring a translator from your agency. Sure thing to be confident you are not scammed by an online dating site and its representatives, right? Let's see what alternative choices you have for the translation. And in the end of this video, if you are a good boy, sure thing, we discover when you can finally find out that your Ukraine date is honest and not a scam. And same important, how can you be sure she is after you and not about something else? And probably in the end, we must define which source of alternative translation is the most reliable. Okay, possible sources of alternative translation. It can be, first, either local translation service office in your city or translation bureau or travel agency. They can help you with translation as well. Second option is independent online found person whom you can find before you visit, before you travel. It may be the person from your city, and this way you have a local translator. Third option is like someone English speaking from the hotel, from the airport, or even an apartment owner if you rent an apartment during your travel. Fourth option can be teachers of English from Russian English schools. You may find online in your city. Many foreigners learn Russian in such online schools. So if you are one of them, or if you think of some schools, then you can find teachers and they can help you. And what I can think of, fifth option, many of you even can ask for help with translation with some friends, random friends you made during the travel. Guys, are alternative translation services stress-free? No way in hell. These people, alternative people, are really different from the agency translator. This is true, because they are not associated either with the dating site nor with the woman. But this is not a guarantee that you will not be scammed by them. Why? These people may also turn out to be scammers, thinking that they can easily deceive you as a foreigner who is unprotected in a foreign land. The truth is that if they do it, the chance the police will help you is very low. It's like when you travel worldwide to poor countries or districts in big cities. You always watch out because you know that if something happens, no police would help. This goes to show that please, when you travel, stay critical and cautious everywhere. What you must remember about alternative translation services and about alternative translators whom you may think to hire. No one of them is as good in consequential speaking translation. You say she translates and backwards as the agency translator. No one of these alternatives is better than agency translator, just because most speaking translation is done by marriage agency translators in Ukraine. Second, people, these alternative translators, they as locals who know about men traveling to Ukraine for Ukrainian women, overall have a very skeptical attitude to you and what you are doing here. Not personally they are skeptical to you, my boy, no, but in general to men traveling to meet online women. But not you men caused such an attitude, but women from online dating sites. The thing is this. The dating scam takes place in front of eyes of many locals because it's a big industry. When this woman wants to scam you, see how many people she involves. She needs pictures to put on the dating site. For that, she needs a photographer, hairdresser, makeup, cosmetologist, photo studio owners, managers, drivers to drive them to the photo shoot, etc. All these people. When you come over, she invites you to the restaurant where they have two menus for foreigners, for locals. Restaurants, waiters and managers, all these people see it. When you go on a date with such a lady, all these people around you see what's going on, especially if a man is visibly older than the woman. Locals know that in our tradition and culture, women don't date men who are... Normally, women don't date men who are more than 10 or maximum 15 years older. You also will not be able to see such couples here. So, since locals see that this is an industry, they are prejudiced and they think these women are prostitutes. Accordingly, they look at you as prostitutes hunters. I know you are men looking for love, but locals cannot change their mind easily. That's why independent translators may look at you with skepticism. So get ready for that. So to summarize, you must be ready that alternative translators will not be fluent in speaking, and alternative translators may be very skeptical. They are happy for the money you pay them, but still skeptical. Okay, alternative translation has advantages and also has disadvantages. Let's first mention travel agencies and translation bureaus. They can give you the receipt for their services if you request this receipt. And their translators usually are certified. Disadvantages here, I cannot mention many. Everything depends on human factors, I think. Independent online found translators can be your driver. They can show you around, but the rest things I can say are disadvantages, because men usually complain. They can be very annoying. They can literally insist you spend time with them. They get overwhelmed. They see a foreigner so close by. Also, they can often turn out to be con people. All these people cannot be verified. Are they even certified translators? English-speaking people from the hotel, airport, apartment owners at random freights you made during your travels, they share the same disadvantages. When it comes to English-speaking people from the hotel, airport, or even apartment owners, their advantage for some of you is this. You see them live, and you decide if you would trust to ask them for help or not. Disadvantages are the same as with online found people, and also here you cannot be sure if they are responsible enough. Teachers of English from Russian English schools you may find online in her city. They are certified, they are responsible, patient. I cannot think of any disadvantages here. Well, human factor always matters, but normally teachers, they are good. Friends you can make during your travel who speak English. Guys, I must frankly say that to my opinion, it's not quite serious to ask them to translate for you because you don't know them well. You don't know if they are even responsible and can come on time. And since during 25, oh my God, 25 years that my agency operates, many men were robbed by such random people. I don't think it's even safe or reliable. I do care for your safety and I would not recommend such an option, honestly. Okay, this we covered. Well, a reasonable look at any translation source you choose to hire. Regardless of who it will be, it's always reasonable to stay critical, right? When you travel. So you know what you do and why you do it. The role of the translator is to assist a couple in communication. So simply narrow down their role to translation when you travel in Ukraine. What else can we say? Good thing, important thing. How independent translator can save your time and see if you're going the right way. One thing here is good news for you, boys. If your woman does not agree to meet with your own independent translator, it's not because she's afraid of your security. Guys, she's in her town, in her native place, no worries. There is nothing to worry about at all. She's in her culture, in the public place. It's not because she's afraid to stay in the presence of two unknown people. It's bluntly because she's not interested in you and doesn't want you as a man. So when you tell her that you will come with your own translator and she refuses for whatever reason, you can see if she is interested or not. It's just like in real dating, right? Like real dating life. Women either want you or they don't. Details don't matter. Be sure of this. If she wants to give it a try and she likes you before you come, she will come to meet you in any situation. She will give it a try at least once. When you get the proof your lady from Ukraine date website is honest. I'm giving you reasons and options. No specific restaurants are involved. They may have two different menus. Unfortunately, I do a specific video about that soon probably because it's a big problem. Second reason and second thing to count, no other requirements for your meetings are set up by her. Rather than logical ethical discussion of the time and situation and activity you plan, no riders like a superstar would do. Sure thing this is normal for her to expect and ask you to pay for her taxi because she goes on a date with a man. But the rest better be spontaneous. Also, when she is ready to meet without a translator, this is a very good sign. She is honest. When she does not hint that you give her the money, does not ask you to buy her things, and does not ask the money bluntly and directly. Another reason to think she is honest. She doesn't stop near the stores telling you she wants this or that. This is unbelievable, but some women do it. Another, overall you look, behaves honestly, she makes a good impact, she's honest person or not. You evaluate it the way you normally evaluate it speaking to people. Don't omit this step because she may turn out to be a scammer. Be cautious. How do you know if she's interested in you, exactly in you, my boy? She gladly and with obvious pleasure meets you without any translator. It's and she's overall behaving friendly. Second point, she shows she likes you as a woman. She touches you, she takes you by the hand, she tries to touch you by socially acceptable ways. She enjoys spending time, any time with you, even if it's a free walking in the park and not an expensive time in water park, dolphin show, concert she cannot afford without a foreign gentleman. You keep track on how your relationships grow. From meeting to meeting, you observe over it and clearly see the progress. This is your job, my boy. Keep in focus, keep in focus. Is she enjoying me and visiting an expensive place I'm paying for? How is money involved here? All the time think about this, please. How does she touch you? Does she play in front of you with her hair? Does she encourage you to play or do something? Or she is like a bench or a tree? You are a man. You know when the woman likes you and when she doesn't. The only thing needed to verify this is you, my boy, actually pay attention on this, not to forget. The only way to get stress-free experience. Many men always stay critical with Ukraine online dating. Yes, this is exhausting and keeps you nervous. If these detective stories I'm talking about, all these translators, if these stories are not for you, and if you want to be sure you are choosing a wife from beautiful and legit wife candidates, who is after you and not after your money, come to me. Those who are my clients remember how long I interview you. In the same way I interview women whom I later often you to be introduced to. To be my client, woman must genuinely looking for a husband and not looking for a sugar daddy or moving abroad. Long story short, if after our initial interview I tell you that I can help you, your chances to get married with my matchmaking program are higher than 90%. On condition we agree on principles and ways we use to have you married. With me, you are not buying a mail order bride. No, I'm not delivering this. You work together with me towards your happiness. Not only I work, you and I, not only me working, but I only work with those of you who are considerate and thoughtful. And let's see what would be the safest alternative translation source. I think you know what I suggest. Yes, guys, I suggest among those teachers in online schools, language schools. In our culture, but people don't become teachers. Teachers are educated, ethical, responsible, decent people. They are moral, honest, they are modest, calm, patient, intelligent. If you can find a school in your town and some teachers in that school, contact them for help with translation. I know so many stories when men thought of such a teacher as a translator, but later they fall in love and get married. But they are my teachers are my number one recommendation because they are honest, responsible, decent, organized people who are also certified and ethical. This is very important for me. That's why I recommend them. And please, my boys, whatever translation service you use, stay 100% critical. It doesn't mean you must preventively attack these people. No. Just all the time double check and triple check if everything goes the way you feel reliable, okay? And never give up on love. God is expecting you to get married and produce happy kids and live in love for a very, very, very many years. Love you. Bye-bye.